This is an unexpected follow-up to a video we did yesterday about how a Fox News contributor, live on Sean Hannity's show, publicly blamed Democratic voters in California for the California wildfires. Donald Trump just announced that he is hiring that Fox News contributor for a major position in his Justice Department, and we have to talk about it. But before we do, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and alert bells before you go. All right, friends. Wasn't expecting this, but I probably should have. The reward, apparently, for publicly blaming voters, constituents, residents for a wildfire, simply because those voters are Democrat and they live in blue cities and blue states, is apparently a cushy position in the new Justice Department. Before we get to Donald Trump's announcement, I just want to remind you of what this guy, Leo Terrell, former Fox News contributor and now future special counsel for the Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights, has to say about the wildfire and who's really responsible for it.
It's not a priority to the far left. I want to be as clear as possible. This state has been hijacked by the extreme left. Remember, Karen Bass is the socialist mayor who said Castro's a great guy. They focus on denying your responsibility by yelling out climate change. I heard Karen Bass right before the show. It's climate change. It's climate change. That's a lie. It's poor management on the part of the Democrats. They do not look at fire prevention, what you said, basic forestry as a priority. It's climate change. It's EV mandates. It's preventing oil drilling. It's DEI, that DEI, which is so sickening. What does DEI have to do with putting out fires? But you got a city fire chief who thinks DEI is the number one issue. It's insulting. And you know what? I blame the voters and I blame the media here. Sean, you think the national media is biased?
So there you go. During his just frothing at the mouth screed, he blames the voters for a wildfire. Again, imagine a pissed off MSNBC host blaming, I don't know, a Florida hurricane on Ron DeSantis or Donald Trump or the Republicans or worse, Republican voters. Just imagine the backlash that Leo Terrell and Fox would have had about that. But of course, they don't care about their hypocrisy because it benefits them. They don't have to be consistent. So here's what Donald Trump had to say. I am pleased to announce that Leo Terrell will be senior counsel to the Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights in the United States Department of Justice. He will work alongside Harmeet K. Dillon, a fellow Californian and our incredible nominee for U.S. Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights in the Justice Department. Leo is a highly respected civil rights attorney and political analyst. He received his law degree from the University of California, Los Angeles, and has defended many high-profile cases throughout his incredibly successful career. Leo will make a fantastic advocate for the American people and ensure we will make America great again. Nice. Again, the guy who blamed voters, not even the Democratic mayor, not even the Democratic governor. Again, there's no evidence at the moment of Democratic malfeasance, but an investigation should occur, and perhaps they did something wrong or didn't do something right. But just in the heat of it, as the fires burn, blaming the voters, blaming the people suffering, 180,000 people displaced, at least 5 people dead, perhaps tens of billions of dollars in property destruction, and you're blaming the voters. Stunning. So this is what Leo Terrell had to say. Fair-minded friend, I have a special message to share. I will be leaving Fox News and joining Donald Trump in Washington. I will once again be working for civil rights for all Americans, this time in the Department of Justice. Thank you to Fox News for having me on these past 4 years. I look forward to making America great again. I'm not going to play the clip. We're just going to read what he has to say because I have no doubt in those 2 minutes he took the time to, I don't know, probably blame Democrats for something else. He's missing a sock in the dryer, right? He can't find that damn sock. It's always a damn sock. I bet it was Democrats who did it. Democrats in California. How dare you? The reason I say I shouldn't be surprised by this is because according to Matthew Gertz of Media Matters, Trump has named 17 current or former Fox employees to high-ranking positions since he was elected president, and more seem sure to follow. Now, these are last names. It's going to be a real test because I don't know if I've got all these people. Remember, Tammy Bruce, Monica Crowley, Sean Duffy, Tulsi Gabbard, because that's right, Tulsi Gabbard was briefly a Fox News host, Gore, don't know about that one. Sebastian Gorka, Rick Grinnell, Kimberly Guilfoyle, and I do believe Guilfoyle was Don Jr.'s ex-fiancée. Pete Hegseth, of course, that's the big one. He has been nominated to be Trump's Secretary of Defense, even though he is woefully unqualified, among other things. Homan. I think that might be Tom Homan. I didn't know Tom Homan was affiliated with Fox, but if I have the last name correct, that's Tom Homan, who's the new border czar. Mike Huckabee, former Republican Governor Mike Huckabee, who is now going to be, is he going to be the ambassador to Israel? I think so. Kellogg, not sure of that one. Makari, not sure about that one. Neshawat, not sure of that one. Ortegas, Slater, Walls. Mike Waltz, maybe? Mike Waltz? So yeah, 17. And he did, and this is before Gertz added Terrell, Leo Terrell. So now 18, nearly 20 former or current Fox News employees to serve in the Trump administration. Again, imagine, friends, that President Biden or a victorious Vice President Harris appointed, 18 MSNBC employees. How would Fox and the Republican Party be reacting? We know how. Also, while we're on the subject, speaking of Fox, potential bad news for Fox. Fox Corp set to go to trial in Smartmatic $2.7 billion defamation suit against the network. Oof. We can't necessarily predicate the outcome of this particular case based on the past, but it's not good so far. Fox Corp lost its bid Thursday to not be included in the $2.7 billion defamation suit brought against Fox News by Smartmatic, an electronic voting systems company. A New York State appeals court rejected Fox's motion on Thursday in a 5-judge panel decision. The ruling means the suit against Fox is set to go to trial unless the parties settle ahead of time, like Fox did with Dominion Voting Systems last year for $787 million. Smartmatic, like Dominion, sued Fox News over statements made on air following the 2020 presidential election, suggesting the companies engaged in voter fraud to steal votes from Donald Trump. Fox told media in a statement shortly after the ruling, quote, "We will be ready to defend this case surrounding extremely newsworthy events when it goes to trial. As a report prepared by our financial expert shows, Smartmatic's damages claims are implausible, disconnected from reality, and on their face intended to chill First Amendment freedoms." Which is ironic given what Donald Trump has done aggressively to chill First Amendment freedoms, like, say, suing Ann Selzer, a retired pollster, because she got a poll wrong, suing ABC over remarks made by George Stephanopoulos, referring to Donald Trump as a convicted rapist or having found liable for rape. And he wasn't. He was found liable for sexual abuse and defamation. But it was the presiding judge, Judge Kaplan, in that case, who clarified that what Donald Trump did to E. Jean Carroll, according to the jury, would be colloquially referred to as rape because, not to get too graphic, he digitally penetrated her with his fingers against her will. But because George Stephanopoulos said that he was found liable for rape, Donald Trump sued, ABC settled for $15 million, and that will have no doubt a chilling effect. So again, ironic statement from Fox, given that they celebrated the ABC settlement. We'll continue. Smartmatic has sued Newsmax as well over similar claims made on air. Newsmax settled with Smartmatic in September as the jury selection began ahead of the trial. And this is what leads me to believe that based on Dominion Voting Systems and based on Newsmax settling, that there is perhaps a good shot that Smartmatic will force Fox to settle as well. Smartmatic had first sued Newsmax in a Delaware court in November 2021, and the case was moved to trial after several motions to dismiss in February 2023. Newsmax said that it resolved the litigation brought by Smartmatic through a confidential settlement, the details of which remain unclosed. Forbes broke down the state of Smartmatic's lawsuit ahead of the dismissal ruling, reporting Smartmatic sued Fox News and its anchors, Lou Dobbs and Maria Bartiromo. Hey, fun fact, Bartiromo apparently was somebody that Donald Trump seriously considered making his vice president. Interesting. In February 2021, alleging they, quote, engaged in a conspiracy to spread disinformation about Smartmatic, and after a New York State judge ruled in March 2022 that the $2.7 billion lawsuit could move forward against those defendants, but not against anchor Jeanine Pirro, an appeals judge ruled in February 2023 to restore the claims against Pirro and denied Fox's motion to dismiss. The case remains pending. Ouch! Smartmatic subpoenaed Trump last April and subsequently Steve Bannon and Michael Flynn in July. Bannon and Flynn were both heavily involved in pushing Trump's roundly debunked claim that the 2020 election was stolen. Smartmatic, which is suing for almost $1 billion more than Dominion sued for, has already said through its lawyers that the company wants to go to trial and will pursue a full on-air retraction from Fox News for the claims the company alleges amount to defamation. Dominion's suit against Fox News resulted in months of internal emails, text messages, and other communications from top Fox hosts and executives being made public ahead of what many observers and pundits expected would be the media trial of the century. Smartmatic's subpoena of the Trump campaign, if held up by a judge, could result in a similar public unmasking of private sentiments from top Trump 2020 officials. So again, there's no telling what might happen. Fox might emerge victorious, or perhaps this may be settled for a substantially lower sum, or perhaps it will go to trial and Smartmatic could kick Fox's ass, metaphorically speaking, or settle with Fox for a comparable or even greater sum. Who knows, but we definitely need to be paying attention, and fingers crossed for possible schadenfreude. In the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments.